It's Tankfest weekend, so I better do some videos of some British tanks, right? This is an armour review of the Matilda in World of Tanks. Matilda is Tier 4 British medium tank, although it's not really. It's more like a heavy. In fact, it's got more armour on paper. 75 on the front of the hull, 75 on the front of the turret, than the other Tier 4 heavies. So why they put it in medium, I don't know, but there it is. On paper, very nice armour for Tier 4. As I said, 75 on the front of the hull, 70 on the sides, that's a lot. 55 on the rear, that's more than most Tier 4 tanks have anywhere. Turret armour, 75mm all round. Excellent, that sounds very nice. And looking at the model, sides looks a bit complicated. On the front, looks a bit flat, a bit perpendicular to the enemy shots if you're facing them head on, are in this region here. That doesn't bode particularly well. And well, this gun mantlet and gun could be a weak spot. But let's have a look in detail. Alright, front on view, staring down his gun barrel. Commander's coupler, well, that's not a weak spot, 75mm, just like everything else. And of course it ends up being more angled at the sides. Rest of the turret front, 75 all round, even slopier on the sides. There, the gun mantlet. Got 75, 75, 70. What's that? 35mm armour. Ah, that's underneath. Well, you're going to have a hard job shooting that. But if that's not your only option. If you can see, yeah. It's very complicated, but not really weak. 70mm. So if the only thing you can see is the front of his turret, then yeah, around the gun mantlet, and hope you get a bit lucky. Hit that 70mm. But there's lots of it that's thicker. Front of the hull, 75mm, but perpendicular. So what was that? 150 yards up there. Okay, so that's the best so far. This is thinner, 47mm. Ooh, 49mm. That's very sloped though. Ricochet, unless you're above him. If you're slightly above him, then yeah, if you can get the roof bit nice and thin. But if you're same level as he is, it is a weak spot. But not as a small one, and auto ricochets. Viewport any weaker? No, not really. That top part's 47, but it's very sloped. Bottom part of the hull, 47, but very sloped. 55, but sloped. Yeah, don't hit the beak. 47, but sloped. So looking at straight at the front, that cheek is about your best bet, probably. Unless you got more than 75mm of penetration, in which case that flat front part. If you start angling, there's a weak spot. That front of the beak, and underneath, behind the tracks, no, that's not a weak spot. Yeah, front of the beak if he's angled. So side scraping, not going to be so good because this bit will poke out. But if you can hide that bit, behind the tracks. If he's side scraping, that's your weak spot. Sideways. Oh, that turret looks nice and red, doesn't it? 75mm all round. Hit the flattest bit you can see if you're stuck with shooting this side turret. Rest of the sidearm, the hull, 75 and sloped. Then we got the armour on the other side, outside of the tracks for spaced armour. Those got holes in it. Yeah, if you can shoot one of the gaps, then yeah, that's what you shoot. Or maybe whack him in the drive wheel. Rear, yeah, it's just anywhere on the hull. Not the turret though, that's just as tough. Artillery view, yeah, thin on all the roofy bits. So anywhere on the roof. But all in all, that's a pretty nice package. For tier 4, it's an excellent package. You can just go straight forward, point your nose at the enemy and bully them. For tier 4s and below. Tier 5s and 6s, yeah, you might want to try angling, but if they know to shoot the beak, then you're in problems. Hide your hull facing higher tier tanks and keep that turret wiggling around. Coming soon, a review of the Matilda after I've put a few battles in and hopefully earned myself a light Vic 2.